Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today in this episode of JEE Main, we're going to be looking at previous year questions of mathematics in engineering entrance exams in India. So today we're dealing with a very important chapter in mathematics, which is differential calculus. So this is about limits, differentiation with limits and without limits. So this chapter is a very important part of your syllabus for engineering exams in India. So today let's look at a short set of questions, starting with the first. So f is a function defined in the interval, closed interval -5 to 5 as f of x equals x if x is rational and minus x if x is rational. Then which of these statements is correct? F is continuous at every x except x equals 0. Fx is discontinuous at every x except fx equals 0. Fx is continuous everywhere. Fx is discontinuous everywhere. So for continuity, the primary thing to note is that the left-hand limit for the function will be equal to the right-hand limit. So here, the left-hand limit is x if x is rational, and the right-hand side is minus x if x is rational. So as you can see, for any x being a rational number, there are two opposing values, which are x and minus x. And so therefore, clearly, LHL is not equal to the RHL at any value of x. So that is for all x belongs to R minus 0. And why minus 0? Because if you put in 0, then 0 and minus 0 mean the same thing. So therefore, the function f of x is discontinuous at every x except x equals 0. So continuity means both the functions have the same value at a particular point. Here, for every value of x, every value of x, f of x differs because of the sign, except for 0. So that's why option B is correct. Options A and C are incorrect because they talk about continuity, and D, f of x is discontinuous everywhere, is incorrect because at 0 both the values are equal. Now let's look at the second question on your screen now. Fx and gx are two differentiable functions on closed interval 0 to 2 such that f double dash x minus g double dash x equals 0, f dash 1 equals 2g dash 1 is equal to 4, f of 2 equals 3g of 2 equals 9. Then you need to find the value of f of x minus g of x at x equals 3 by 2. This is a question asked in 2002, and in this question we need to first concentrate on the initial equation f dash x minus g dash x equals 0. So second derivative of f of x minus second derivative of g of x equals 0. So if you remember, in differentiation, d by dx of a constant will be equal to 0. So therefore, if at double differentiation the right hand side is 0, then at first differential the right hand side must be a constant k. And on the left hand side, at first differential it will be f dash x minus g dash x. Now over here you will put in the value of x as 1. So at x equals 1 you have f dash 1 minus g dash 1 equals k. The value of f dash 1 is 4. The value of 2g dash 1 is 4, so g dash 1 will be equal to 2. 4 minus 2 is equal to k. So therefore, the value of k equals 2. Put the value of k equals 2 to our equation, which is f dash x minus g dash x equals 2. So now over here, once again, we'll look at the right-hand side. So at the first differential, you'll find only a constant on the right-hand side. So that means what happened will be that during differentiation, the differentiation will be of the order c times d by dx of x. Since d by dx of x is 1, so it will be c times 1, that is c. So where c stands for the constant. So at the first differential, if the right-hand side is 2, then on the second then at the original equation, you will have 2x plus, say, L, where L is a constant. Once again, if you differentiate a constant, you get 0, so plus 0, so that doesn't matter. So you can add an arbitrary constant L so that we can get a complete picture. And on the left-hand side, the original equation will now be f of x minus g of x. So now you have f of x minus g of x equals 2x plus L. So in this case, we will use f of 2 equals 9 and g of 2 equals 3. So basically at x equals 3, you will have 9 minus 3 equals 2 times 2 plus L. So therefore 6 minus 4 equals L. Basically L again is equal to 2. So therefore now you have the equation f of x minus g of x equals 2x plus 2. So this is the original equation. Now we'll put in the value of x equals 3 by 2. So f of x minus g of x at x equals 3 by 2 will be 2 times 3 by 2 plus 2. 2 times 3 by 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So the correct answer to this question is option D, 5. And that is the correct option for this question asked in 2002. Now let's look at this question. It's a very simple one. So here you're asked to find out the value of limit x tends to 0, under root of 1 minus cos 2x divided by under root of 2 times x raised to 1. So in this question, you have limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos 2x can be written down as 2 sine square x. So now the limit will become limit x tends to 0, under root of 2 sine square x divided by under root of 2 times x raised to 1. This will be equal to limit x tends to 0. So let's split the numerator in such a way that we'll write under root of 2 times sine x, because under root of sine square x is sine x. And then divided by under root of 2 times x. So you can see root 2 gets cancelled. So we have the classic equation, the classic general equation, limit x tends to 0, sine x by x, which we know the value to be 1. So therefore, the correct answer is option A, 1. So the value of limit x tends to 0, under root of 1 minus cos 2x divided by root 2 times x raised to 1 is equal to option A, 1. This is the answer to this question, again asked in 2002. So as you can see, we have a lot of questions from this chapter, so therefore this chapter is very, very important. Now, next question. If 2a plus 3b plus 6c is equal to 0, then the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 has, you need to find whether it has one root in which of the intervals, or whether it doesn't have any. So what we'll do is we'll let f of x, the function, be equal to ax squared by 3 plus bx by 2 plus, ax squared by 3 plus bx squared by 2 plus cx. So when you take f of 0, it'll be a times 0 by 3 plus b times 0 by 3 plus c times 0, so that is equal to 0. If you take f of 1, it will be a by 3 plus b by 2 plus c by 1. And when you take the LCM, that is 6, so you will get 2a plus 3b plus 6c divided by 6 as the value of f of 1. But remember, here 2a plus 3b plus 6c equals 0. So therefore, the value of f of 1 equals 0 divided by 6. That is equal to 0, so that is also equal to f of 0. So here, f of a equals f of b, and f of x is a continuous and differentiable function, since it's a polynomial function, and it is such a function in the interval 0 to 1. So closed interval 0 to 1, the function f(x) is continuous and differentiable. So therefore, according to Rolle's theorem, you can write f dash x as equal to 0. So that means ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 has at least one root in closed interval 0 to 1. So therefore, the right answer in this question is option A, at least one in open interval 0 to 1. So these are open intervals, not closed. And let's move on to the final question of this episode. So in this question, you need to find the value of k, which is equal to limit x tends to 0, log of 3 plus x minus log of 3 minus x, divided by x. So here, the value of k equals limit x tends to 0, log 3 plus x can be written down as 1 plus x by 3, and the same is true for 3 minus x, which we'll write as 1 minus x by 3. And both of these, this numerator is completely divided by x. Now what we do is we write this limit as limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x by 3, whole divided by, instead of x, we will write x by 3 into 3, because multiplying and dividing by 3 will give you the same x, but then we can tweak this out later on. And then let's take plus. So when you add it to the second part, it'll be log of 1 plus minus of x by 3 divided by minus of x by 3 into 3. So basically what we're doing is we're converting the equation for k into limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus x divided by x type, because the reason why is that this whole limit will be equal to 1. So it's easier to solve this way. So as you can see, log 1 plus x by 3 divided by x by 3 will be equal to 1. And again, log of 1 plus minus of x by 3 divided by minus of x by 3 again is equal to 1. So therefore, it will be the value of k will now become 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Therefore, the final value of k is 2 by 3. That is the correct answer, and among the following options, the correct option is option B, 2 by 3. That is the answer to this question asked in 2003. The simple thing was to convert the limit in terms of log 1 plus x, limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x divided by x. In that form, you can easily reduce it to 1, and then any other values can be computed henceforth to get k. So that concludes this episode of JEE Main. In order to access more of our useful and interesting content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, which is Brain Blitz Audios. And if you're looking specifically for JEE Main, you can hit the link for the playlist in the description box down below. So until the next webisode, take care, stay safe, bye-bye for now.